Okay, welcome to Lobo Den Podcast. Today we have Kieron and Harrell. We talk about light-skinned, Drake, Louis Armstrong, period sex. There was anal stuff. We didn't talk about fisting, but okay, Lobo Den.
Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. It's the Lobo.
Okay, welcome to Lobo Den Podcast. I'm your host, Giovanni Dia, at the Lincoln Lounge with Chrissy Ferreira, and today our host is me. I keep fucking that up. Anyways, our guest is Kieron. Damn it, Harrell, right? Is your last name?
Yeah, Kieron Harrell.
What's up, Kieron? You were on a podcast too. We were in the same studio before. Rest in peace, People of Comedy Studio.
Rip James Webb.
He's not dead.
He's not dead at all.
He's
He's
not
actually
dead.
thriving. He is doing phenomenal.
Yeah, he's doing great. Did you see the Sam Morril special? That was really good. I like that baby rape joke.
I didn't
Right?
finish it, but it was phenomenal.
Did you catch that joke? Anybody?
I don't think I get. How far deep in is that?
I don't know how.
Okay.
It's a fucking Asian guy deep in, probably, so not that far.
Nah.
It's a bad, small penis joke. But anyways, Kieron, you're light-skinned.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately.
So, okay, quick question. Being light-skinned,
Uh-huh.
Sinbad, light-skinned, dark parents,
Yeah.
light-skinned?
So my dad is dark skinned.
Yeah.
My mom is my color.
Oh, okay.
But my mom's mom is dark skinned. Her dad is her color.
Okay.
And then my mom is a child of 9.
How do you feel about Drake?
I love Drake.
Okay, because he's the movement.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
I like Drake since like 2010.
That's
so I
what-
like Drake. A lot of people just like Drake. I like Drake. You know what I mean?
I used to like Drake.
See, but that means you like Drake.
I do.
You
Yeah.
don't like Drake.
Well, I have my reasons I don't like Drake, but Drake, like he was, is he the first? Not the first light skinned, but the first prominent light skinned.
No, LL Cool J.
Oh, Coach is not that light skinned, really?
LL Cool J.
But you don't think of him as light skinned because he's so swollen.
But his essence was light skin. That song "I Need Love," that's a light
I
skin
need
ass
love,
song.
dude.
Yeah, that is the
Dude,
essence of
dude.
light skin.
You know LL Cool J. He had the controversy in that video.
For what?
Not Ellie Love, because he replaced the actual singer with a hotter looking chick.
Oh yeah. I
He
heard
took
about
out the
that.
Lizzo chick of her time
Uh-huh.
and then put it with.
Do what you gotta do. Get them clicks, baby.
Get them clips. Yeah, I did like LL Cool J, but
He's light skin. He's king light skin.
who was before? Who's King Dark Skin? Is it Wesley?
King dark skin. I mean,
Wesley was the first.
yeah.
Like everybody likes. Well, I mean, not the U.S. The IRS is like
King
Wesley,
dark skin. I don't know, because there's more
think
dark skin
Wesley.
people in the industry than there are light skin.
but I think Wesley was first crossover to the white community. Passenger 57.
Right.
I mean, who doesn't like Blade? I remember I
That's
saw
true.
Blade. I saw Blade at a black movie theater with my friend who's really
That's true.
into movies, right? He's
Right.
into horror, and he had the worst time of his life
Uh-huh.
because everybody's yelling, they was screaming. We saw, I think it was Blade 2.
Uh-huh.
And some guy went up to me and he was like, "Oh man, tell that motherfucker he's a bitch," blah blah blah. And then my buddy who actually did the logo for this, he's like, "Can you please?" He's the type of dude who goes to movies by himself. He's a
Right,
movie
right.
buff. He's like, he went to see the movie, but he didn't realize like, nah, it's not gonna happen today.
I feel like Samuel is bigger than Wesley.
Became.
Yeah.
He slowly, steady came up. Like Sam was if you look back, he's
in
everywhere.
everything, yeah.
He was in Coming to America.
Yeah.
What's your hold on.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Somebody I was just watching a video say he made the movie without Samuel. Oh, Patrice was talking about Samuel in Pulp Fiction, dark skinned.
Django. He was in Django. Killed that shit in Django.
Yeah. But this is now that's he already came into his own.
Right.
Samuel Jackson. But man, what's your favorite Samuel Jackson line? I have mine. It's my favorite. I always repeat it.
I don't even know if I got a favorite Samuel Jackson line.
Do you never
Just
know?
something with motherfucker in it, I'm
Yes,
sure.
I hope they die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Uh-huh.
With
Uh-huh.
what's the again? Are you single? Are you having sex?
Who, buddy?
Somebody gonna get like upset? That joke.
A lot of people have been upset with me lately
What is
about that realm.
There's that joke. He died of heroin. Mitch Hedberg, right? He's
Uh-huh.
like, I don't have a girlfriend, but there's a lady who get really upset if she heard that joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in a.
You're young, right?
I'm young.
You don't have to say your age, but you're younger than me.
I'm young.
Right.
Yeah. And
how old do you think I am?
30.
I don't get offended. No, I'm 38. But okay, you're having sex.
All right. Yeah,
You're consistently having sex. Is this moving around? Like you don't have to give yourself out.
I'm fucking a little bit, but it's like, I get bored of it. I get bored of fucking, which surprises people.
No, like there was a point where I didn't. So there was a point when I was single where I had a rule. I don't know why I only wanted to have sex once a month.
Okay.
For one Friday a month, that was my rule.
Would you still beat off?
Yeah. But it was because there's not too many consequences with beating off. With sex, there's
a lot
I guess entanglements, consequences. Yeah. With me, I would drink and I would have sex. You know what I mean? When me and my girlfriend got together, it was the first time I had sober sex in probably like in years. And I was like, what is this? Yeah, you probably have to tap it a little bit. And then I was like, because I was a drinker. I would drink and I have sex. I still drink. I'm drinking this Truly Fruit Punch right now. Where you from? Where'd you grow up?
I'm from Ohio. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, you are from Cincinnati.
That's why I said Ayo when someone said Ohio in here, yeah.
Oh, you are from Cincinnati. That's why you said that. There's a movie about Cincinnati. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's before your time.
I try not to watch Cincinnati propaganda.
It was about inline rollerblading.
No. That doesn't even interest me at all.
We can't pull up clips yet, right? Not yet. We're not there yet. All right. It was about inline.
Was this a good movie? Why did you watch this movie?
I was young. It was the 90s.
Okay.
I grew up in the 90s.
You just watch it when it comes on.
Dude, what I liked about the 90s, there was movies that I was looking at now that are ridiculous, but there's something wholesome about it. There's a movie where Kramer, you know Kramer, right?
I know Kramer N-word at the Laugh Factory.
Exactly. You can't think of Kramer. You've seen that clip. So if people don't know Kramer, Michael Richards, right?
Uh-huh.
You know why people think that happened, or do you know why? Why do you think that happened? I'll give you my thoughts.
Why do I think that happened?
The Kramer calling the N-word at the people.
I think because he was doing a set and niggas was being niggas. I don't think there's any other way around it. He's like, yeah, y'all are being some niggas right now.
True, but a seasoned comic can handle that. Kramer wasn't a comedian.
No,
he
not
was
at all.
An actor who started doing comedy.
Yeah.
So then it was, think about it as like an open micer. He had the skills of an open micer, but he was getting spots of a seasoned comedian.
Of course.
And he was doing a lot of cocaine, from what I've heard. Right. This is inside information. Do you like drugs?
Yeah, I do.
What are your favorite drugs?
Honestly, just
nicotine. I don't
consider
weed a drug.
That's it. Nicotine and weed. Those are my two favorite
Smoking
things.
Cigarettes?
Well, I never smoked cigarettes. I started with Black and Milds, and then I immediately started vaping, and then I kept vaping.
That's not smoking.
No, it's not. But nicotine
You've never had a cigarette? Never tried a cigarette? You've tried a cigarette,
My dad was a heavy smoker, so I was like, I'm never going to do cigarettes ever. And then someone put out a Black and Mild, and I was like, this is a grown man cigarette.
Doesn't count.
I'm going to do this shit right here.
Yeah. The first cigarette I've been thinking about, the last cigarette I had was 4 years ago with a guy who is in jail right now in Miami. We were at a strip club. I can't say the name of the strip club, but we're at a strip club.
Okay.
Do you like strip clubs?
I have never been to a strip club.
No?
Nuh-uh.
Why?
I
know why.
I'm cheap. That's the real reason. I'm cheap. I don't want to, sure, I'll go, but I'm not, I don't care about you. You can dance and do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to pay you.
No, I would go. Well, I don't like strip clubs in the Midwest. Oh, you've never been to one, right? So I'll explain. The ones in the Midwest.
Well, I kind of have in Atlanta, but it wasn't a strip club. It was clubs and people were stripping. People that work for women that work for the club are stripping, but it wasn't it wasn't called ATL strip club. It was just like a club.
A place. And
bitches were getting naked.
I went to a strip club in Orlando because I used to go every year for work. And then when work was over and I had to go any work dinners, this is before Uber. So I had to I would try to go to open mics. And whatever, in downtown Orlando. So I take, it's called the Lynx. The Lynx was the bus for Orlando. So it would take me about an hour to get downtown and an hour back, which now Uber's 20 minutes, right?
You would go an hour to go to a strip club?
No, I went to do open mics.
Okay.
But one of the nights on the way back, I took a stop at a strip club.
Right.
And I remember, who's the rapper? He's from Florida.
Chingy.
No, he's from Florida.
No.
He's from what was Chingy's song? I don't remember.
I don't know either. His name just came to my mind.
But he was from Florida. I fucking know. Trick.
Oh, okay.
Trick Daddy. Right?
Okay,
Trick Daddy. Chris, you know Trick Daddy? And you know that hoe? Not you. You're not a hoe.
Trick Daddy and Trina.
But Trina. So we saw that week was the strippers, and the next week it was Trick Daddy at this club in Orlando. He was arrested recently, but it was. I just saw this post on Facebook. Somebody posted this. That was it. What the fuck is... Now he always has Simon Phoenix. What's his fucking real name?
Oh, Ty.
Yeah, Ty.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was him. Like, do you ever see any rappers retire?
Death.
Yeah.
Death.
Yeah, they're right.
That's the retirement.
And it's the same thing with, your dad's Mexican.
My dad
Your
is
stepdad's Mexican,
Stepdad,
right?
yeah.
So you know about Narcos and narco music. It's the same thing.
hell yeah.
Everybody dies.
Hell yeah.
We all get killed.
That's the way out.
Where's your biological father?
Around. He's present.
In
We talk to
Ohio?
each other
In
and
Ohio?
shit.
In
Yeah,
Ohio?
he's still in Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yeah. We chat. We're cool. The family's a whole fucked up ordeal. That's why I'm a comedian. They did a number on me growing up. Yeah.
How many of you are there? Not of you, but
Yeah.
it's your mom. How did it happen?
So who's in my house?
Who's in your house now? How did it start?
So who's in my house now is just my mom and then foster kids.
Okay.
When I was growing up, it was me and my
Jehovah?
Jehovah Witness?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I
No,
heard
no.
foster kids, and I'm thinking Jehovah Witness.
No,
'cause,
no.
There's a Jehovah. Fuck it. He's also a rapper and a comedian, and he had that video with his shirt off, and he's shooting AR-15s, and
I got no idea what this is.
he was on Community, maybe. Donald Glover.
Donald Glover?
Yeah. Jehovah. That's
He's a
his
Jehovah
name, right?
Witness?
Yeah, he's Jehovah Witness.
Wait. Why did that make you think of that?
Because I was listening to podcasts about him growing up, his
Foster parent.
fostering,
Okay,
like all the
okay.
time. So I figured,
Okay.
me just putting 1 and 2 together. I'm like, okay, so all Jehovah Witnesses
Okay.
are obsessive foster parents.
Not
No.
Jehovah Witness at all. We would beat them up when they came to the door.
All right, so it's your mom, foster mom. How'd the fostering start?
I told her she was gonna be lonely when me and my sister left the house. I told her that, and she was like,
So it's 2 siblings?
so it's just me and my sister, but we got different dads.
Okay.
And then we left the house, and I feel like she got a little lonely, and she started fostering kids.
It's just your and Mexican?
He's not even there anymore.
Where'd he go?
He's like in Missouri or something, doing some work. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But are they together or not?
Nah.
No?
You know, everyone comes and goes. The ebbs and flows of black love.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it goes.
Do you want to get married or have kids?
When I achieve everything that I need to achieve first, like that's not a thought until I get what I need to get done. I don't want to be like a angry
Do you
husband.
model too?
Yeah.
Well, when did that start? What kind of modeling? Do you ever do anything inappropriate that you don't tell people about? Like, there's a guy named Osuna. I don't know if you know him. He's a reggaeton artist, Puerto Rican probably. He's coming to the Allstate Arena next month, and I might see him. Do you go to concerts at all?
Not really. They're cool.
Okay.
But like,
I'll give you a little concert hack. Go to a concert that you kind of want to see, but not really, but just show up. Go to the box office the day of the concert and buy tickets. They're going to be super cheap. And if you don't go, then do something else. But I'm saying, like, don't pay for the tickets ahead of time. So don't go to something you really want to go.
Right.
It's a life hack because of my friend. I took this crazy Puerto Rican there to go see, do you know Romeo?
no.
Romeo is a Dominican.
My dad did not teach me much of young
No,
music.
but Romeo's not even Mexican, right? He's Dominican, and then women are obsessed with him, like obsessed, like Bad Bunny is now.
Yeah.
Is Bad Bunny, right?
Yeah.
So
I haven't heard anything from Bad Bunny, but I know Bad Bunny.
Yeah, have you never heard
exists.
any Bad Bunny?
No.
Bad Bunny, baby.
I don't even like the name.
What do you like, music wise?
Lyrical shit. It has to be lyrical and preferably sad. I like lyrics and sad music.
When you say sad, like, give me an artist.
I like Earl Sweatshirt, Brent Faiyaz, Drake, Frank Ocean.
I know Drake.
Yeah.
I know Drake, and I used to like Drake. If you ever get dumped?
Kendrick Lamar. Have I ever got dumped? Fuck yeah.
What do you listen to after you get dumped? Quick question.
Drake, Brent Faiyaz. What is the shit that I'm listening to right now? We can figure it out. Drake, Brent Faiyaz. Tierra Whack's pretty good. A lot of Earl Sweatshirt. I listen to a lot of Earl Sweatshirt.
I know Drake, so I'm probably too old to know anybody else. I've heard of Frank Ocean.
You know Kendrick Lamar, of course.
I don't.
You don't know Kendrick
I
Lamar?
do know. I saw him live, and I don't like him.
What the fuck?
I do like that. Okay, I do like his verse in that one Future, the remix of Mask Off.
Hold on.
I'm anti-lyrical rap. I like trash rap.
Why?
Garbage. I like.
Why?
Right, I grew up.
There's no
Okay.
sustenance in that shit.
Exactly. That's what I like. When it comes, I don't want any. It's my like a ramen noodle soup. You know what I mean? Like I think I like sustenance and other things. Maybe listen to or reading, but with rap, I want. All right. the breakup. The reason I asked you about the breakup.
Right.
What I feel is a mistake that maybe people will make is they'll listen to something very, I don't know, melancholy or kind of down. But Drake, what is it? Not sad boy. What I forget. I can't think of the word.
Drake
for
is
it.
kind of sad boy.
Yeah, something like sad boy. But I think at the time you should at least something to Yeezy. I want to hear stuff about bitches and hoeing making money after a breakup because it gets me in a good kind of mood. Like, you know what? It gets me motivated. You know what I mean? It gets me motivated.
I do. I
have my times when I want to be down and hear my down music. But I want to be sad sometimes, and I want to. But I also, when I need to, I need to turn around, Giovanni, and get it together. I want that. I guess maybe not.
I gotta sit in the sadness. I gotta sit in it. I gotta have the Amy Winehouse.
I like the sadness.
I gotta sit.
I love Amy Winehouse.
And then I turn up. I turn up
mean?
after I get decomposed. As
Like,
a fucking human being.
I love Future, right?
Oh my god. Okay.
I love
Future's fine.
Future. I love. You know what? I drove to Tennessee, and it's a long drive. So all I had was a little bit of Adderall that I borrowed from my half Honduran friend because I pee a lot.
Okay.
So if you take a road trip, just take a little bit of Adderall so you don't have to drink up water and you can make a good trip.
Okay.
I hate Adderall, but I took a little bit. But Future, and I mix it up. Like I listen to
I would hope
Led
so.
Zeppelin, but it goes back. I could listen to Future forever. I could
That's
listen to most of those.
That's not normal.
It's Future. So
That's not a normal thing to do.
I saw Kendrick Lamar live, right?
Okay.
And I don't like Kendrick Lamar, but I saw it live because there was a girl I was sleeping with at the time who smoked a lot of weed.
Taste. She had great taste in music.
She loved Kendrick Lamar and smoking weed. I didn't smoke. I smoked a little bit of weed. I'd have a panic attack.
Okay.
But I was smoking like blunts a day.
Right.
You know, I don't know. At the time when it was about getting pussy,
right.
I would turn into a different person. Like I remember I outsmoked a stoner one time.
Men do.
Yeah, my thirst. Like you understand, thirstiness could take you. Like they say, like a mom could lift a car to save her child.
Yeah.
Like thirstiness can do things to you that you didn't realize you had in you, dude.
That is true.
Like,
are you a thirsty guy? I'm not a thirsty guy.
I don't think I show it. I'm not. But
I'm not a thirsty guy. I don't like the chase is fun.
I love the chase,
but I don't like
challenge.
Chasing. You're not like special to me. You know what I mean? Like you're just a person. Until you prove your specialty, there's no thirst coming from this direction.
Has anybody proved what not consist of? But what is special?
Genuine.
Do you do the apps?
Not really. Like I have matches and shit. I just don't talk to them. It's just like you don't matter. Like you don't matter to me. I just don't. Like who are you? You don't matter to me. And then I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the comics, we shit on ourselves a lot, but like we have a fucking awesome job and like we travel and shit and we make people laugh. It's fucking amazing. What do you do? Like why should I be excited to talk to you?
Do you have? Yeah. What do you have to offer?
Yeah.
To me. So thirsty. I did a show in somewhere in Michigan, right? Maybe East Lansing, one of those cities,
right?
And I remember that night, and I still regret. I'll have you think of, if you have any thirsty moments, think of one. But I remember this one. I did a show. It was I think I don't know if you Darius. He just moved to Michigan. Darius Kennedy,
name's familiar.
This guy with glasses that for like a second was canceled because his ex was screenshotting his messages. I remember I watched. I don't get involved, but I watch the drama, the Facebook drama, the Chicago comedy scene. Kieron, Chicago comedian from Cincinnati, model. I'll ask you about that in a second.
Yeah,
we did. We did the show, and I remember we're all gonna hang out in this new city. We had a place to stay. It was perfect. And this girl I was sleeping with at the time. She's like, "What are you up to?" And I was like, nothing. Just did a show." He was like, basically, want to come over. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there in a little bit. I'm not too far. I'm 5 hours away." So then I made the trip in 4 hours. Oh, so thirsty. It's one of my lowest moments. And I could have stayed. I could have met another girl. It would have been so much fun. It's a big regret, but it's a learning experience. Michael Jordan allegedly said this. I don't know. I take quotes. I don't research anything.
I am so confused by most people.
It was I don't lose, I learn. I think Jordan's quote. I attribute it to him because somebody said it once, and I'll never research it. But I'll keep attributing to Jordan. But I remember I was in the Indiana border. She was like, "Oh, are you here?" Because I thought she was out, but she was already
5 hours
at the house that I made in 4 hours.
Did you fuck?
So I'm getting closer. The closer I'm getting, and the closer I get, I'm like 30 minutes away. the messages I'm replying, she falls asleep. You know, think about it. I'm in Michigan. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there in a little bit. And
This is what you get, dude. This is what you get.
So I went to McDonald's. I went to McDonald's, got a fish fillet, nuggets, and then I would do this, right? It's like either I'm drinking, I'm fucking, or I'm eating food.
What?
I needed some type of vice.
I
don't do it anymore. I was a
understand.
viceaholic.
I never even did it, but my rule was the furthest you can drive for pussy is 2 hours.
Okay.
That's the rule.
That's
Furthest
not
you can
bad.
drive. Not at all.
2 hours is still a little bit.
It's a drive,
Yeah.
but it's not like, oh, this person is so far away, you're being incredibly horny.
Yeah.
2 hours is like, oh, we just live on, we live in different cities. Some shit like that. We probably met somewhere mutual. We live in different cities. But I never took a 2 hour drive for no pussy.
No, you know what's funny about distance? I was telling my girlfriend like how important distance is to me.
Uh-huh.
Like, what is it? Beer goggles. Like,
Okay.
the more you drink, the more attractive
Right.
a woman will become. Or to me, it's the closer you are, the more attractive you become. Like, you could be less attractive, but if you're within a 20-mile radius versus that 2 hour radius, you have to be smoking for me to
Right.
go over there. But
to be worth it. Yeah.
if you're within 10 minutes, like, you could be pretty down there. And if you're not, and I don't have to be seen with you in public, like, I'm like, my girl, I showed the picture of some of the girls I slept with, and she's like, "You sleep with anything?" I was like, "Well, I mean, if I'm not seen in public,
You're a quantity guy.
I'm what's distance?
But that's quantity. Quantity or quality?
Quality, depending. I don't like quality.
You're a
If I'm
quantity
trying-
guy.
I don't like quality if I'm just trying to have sex, because quality involves usually if somebody's more attractive, you're a lot more high maintenance. You're gonna want this and that, and it's like,
Then
look,
don't put up with it.
I'm not. So I
Just-
can put up with over here. She down the street.
But I don't do that either. I just go, this is what it is and this is what it isn't. You're free to leave. But then I'm a nice guy, funny, whatever. And then they say. And then eventually I'm some piece of shit later when they get mad at me. But
you keep it. Let's say, bro, you're pretty honest from the beginning. I'm honest
I have
now.
to be.
I'm honest now.
I have to be.
It's so much easier.
I think I'm going to stop being honest. That's what fucked up my last relationship. What fucked
You're
up
too
my
honest?
last relationship. I just thought I was being just genuine enough, right? And I ended up telling her something.
Were you always honest from the beginning?
Yes,
Both of you? Oh,
clearly.
The one happened. Okay.
Super clearly honest. I told her something that I knew she wouldn't have wanted to know, but she asked. But it was old shit, didn't matter to me, but she couldn't comprehend that as a man, it's separate when I tell you that this thing doesn't matter. It genuinely didn't matter.
Was it when you
just
guys were together or not together?
very, very beginning of us. And
Okay.
she held on to it for a good 2.5 years. And then
What happened? You don't have to say it.
nothing. I didn't do anything crazy. I just told her about a couple instances that occurred. These were things that I told her were possible. You know what I mean? And then the things that were possible occurred. And then
But you guys weren't together, or when these things happened?
when the things happened, not really. But we basically moved in. We were together for like 3 years. We moved in with each other, and we were there, So I think I'm gonna stop being honest. Every woman that I've talked to about that situation is like, I would want my boyfriend to tell me, but you should not have told her.
Wait, tell
shit.
me what? I don't get it.
Tell
Me as much as you can, for me to understand what happened.
Basically, there were some things that occurred in the very beginning of us. Things that I told her were possible. They happened, and I don't even know the majority of the women that it happened. I don't know them. I never talked to them, never got their number, don't remember their name. Just some shit occurred. I tell her about it later.
Oh, I think that's a problem.
She asked about it.
Yeah.
And so then I was just like, fuck it, I'll be honest. But in hindsight, I should have just said nothing. None of the bad shit that happened between us
Even my girlfriend
wouldn't
said
have
this.
happened.
If you say nothing, but if either you say it from the beginning, because I don't think somebody's gonna and you could chime in as a female, Chrissy, anytime. But I feel like from the beginning, because look, all right, there was a dude. Okay, you say something from the beginning,
Right.
and when it's something versus oh, now you're telling me, or now you're just telling me because I'm asking her, or because I'm gonna find out. It's something about finding out after the fact. I feel that because me and my girl, I'm honest about everything.
Yeah.
Now in this relationship, right? Before I wasn't.
I just think
I was never honest.
I just think it was never a point there was just never a point to just be like, oh yeah, that occurred. I could have just been like, no.
Yeah.
And then genuinely just been, because the level at which it didn't matter to me, the no would have still been a lie, but been honest.
Yeah.
For the amount of
how insignificant.
Exactly. But the significance to her
Yeah.
is what made it a thing. The shit that I did didn't even matter. It's just that she found out. And then that ruined everything.
And it was done from there.
Well, it
Couldn't
was
trust you again, or couldn't look at you the same.
She
I hate you. You're
pretended
monster.
all that shit. She fucked with the kid very heavy. And then she got upset Spike got involved. She tried to get her get back, but then that blew up in her face, and then yada, 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 yada. Story of my life.
This happened recently, or
about a year ago. Almost
Okay.
exactly a year ago.
from today?
Yeah.
It was on Saturday, 9/11.
It was at the end of this month.
Do you remember where you were at 9/11? You were younger, right?
Yeah, I was young. I won't say where I was.
I don't know. Chris, do you remember 9/11? I was in.
Sorry, yeah, I don't have a mic on. So, yeah, I actually was living in Richmond, Virginia during 9/11.
That's near a military
and
base.
I remember because I drove all night to Chicago to see my family and literally like drove in at like 9 a.m. And my mom was like, there's something happening. And it was like so surreal because I had not slept all night. I drove all night from Virginia. And so I was like, is this real? Is this real? Like, it was insane. I remember it was so freaky.
I remember how when it happened, it made me realize how stupid people were because I went to a place called Waukegan High School. You're from Ohio, but Waukegan's a kind of shitty. It's a shitty school in this suburb called Waukegan, and I was there, and I remember I was walking down the stairs, and then we saw whatever happened. I remember just seeing like there was a girl in front of me. And then she said something. She said, "Oh my God, what if they attack Waukegan next or Waukegan High School next?"
Yeah, because she's so important in your school.
Out of all fucking places, it was Tower 1, Tower 2, the Pentagon.
Is that even in New York? Waukegan High School?
Waukegan is 40 minutes this way.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna go all the way. Yeah.
And it just made me realize, like, oh man, everybody.
It's so
Everybody's so dumb.
We have such a weird. Because, like, for my generation, 9/11 means nothing to us. Like, it means absolutely nothing. We did it. I remember I had a buddy, Raja, growing up, Raja El Kazim, and we obliterated his ass every 9/11. Oh, Raja, keep your book bag at home when you come to school. Like, all that type of shit. We did it. But, like, it was just never. Yes. It was never anything to us, though. And so, like, now, like, COVID. I mean, COVID was kind of fucking.
COVID's your 9/11.
But it like essentially it is.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I don't even give a fuck about it. But like the next younger generation who missed it, they're not gonna give a fuck about it at all.
No.
And that's
They're like, you wore a mask?
Yeah. They're like, what the fuck? You were afraid of getting sick? What are you talking about?
I'm sick right now.
Yeah. What do you mean? We're all ill. We can't breathe. What are you talking about? The earth is ruined. We're all on fire, and you're talking about a mask? Yeah, that's what it. It's just so weird how the next generation doesn't care about the last major catastrophe.
No,
because I don't give a fuck.
Mount St. Helens. I don't know what happened, but it was bad.
Don't even know what that shit is.
It was. Did people die in Mount St. Helens? I know it was maybe. It was.
I don't know.
An eruption in Washington, Oregon states. A volcano blew up.
Means nothing.
Let me tell you about this thing called Pompeii. Now that was
insane.
Oh yeah, that shit. Heard about that? I saw pictures of the little kids.
The Challenger, like I can't connect to the Challenger.
Oh, the Challenger's hilarious. Everyone pulling out a TV and watching it in school, and then it blows up. That is comedy. I wish I was alive during the Challenger. That's gold right there.
And this is, look, I'm not a serial killer, but this is where I get scared, where I don't like how, but I think it's human nature, or you don't get, when people die, you don't get affected the same way when like 1,000 people died in India versus your friend died the other day. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a statistic, and that's all it is. You know what I mean? It's like.
Exactly. When it's too many people, it's just a stat now.
Yeah, they're too far. Like, you don't know them.
And then also, people die every day. And so I'm just like, well, why are we highlighting these? Like, everyone is dying.
Oh, yeah, Ariel.
We're all dead.
How you feel about the new Ariel? Little Mermaid? Is that the new?
Oh, her being black?
Yeah.
I mean, cool. Doesn't fucking matter. I mean, I don't know. I know people are just like, this isn't a win. It's just a black fish woman.
And this is Ariel.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, part of me, it's like, it's Ariel. It's not. It's different. It was based. I feel it was based on an actual person.
If it was anything that mattered, like I do think representation for little black girls, that is important. Mm-hmm. But like outside of that, who gives a fuck? Like, we're still getting killed. We're still getting beat up. People still follow me around fucking CVS. I don't care about the Little Mermaid. It's that type of shit. Like, it's all the performative shit. When they got rid of Aunt Jemima, who the fuck asked for that? I liked Aunt Jemima.
Did you see it was a meme. It was like, they got rid of Aunt Jemima. They got rid of the Native American chick, and there was another. Oh, and Uncle Ben, and all that was left is the white dude, the Quaker Oats man. Like, all the people of color are gone.
Yeah.
And all this stuff is a white dude. Everything else is like, this is not a win.
So you think you did a good job? You just segregated our food. That's all. That's all you did.
Yeah, it's all white.
You did genocide on black food. That's it. No, I don't know. So like cool for little black girls to have a princess. Cool. I'll never be like, boo for that. But also, it doesn't do shit. Doesn't change anything. So I don't know.
Did you have
And growing up, my favorite Disney movie was Aladdin. So it was already a person of color. Not a nigga, but like...
He was an Indian.
Yeah.
Some of them are blacker than black.
Exactly. But Aladdin was... I'll argue to this day Aladdin is the best Disney movie. I'll argue that to this
Over Lion King?
Over every Disney movie ever. Aladdin is the best movie.
Did you see the Aladdin with Will Smith?
Horrible.
I didn't see it.
Horrible. I only watched his Genie song to see if he even did good at all, and then I just didn't watch it.
I was just talking about Will Smith, how he was on such... Old Will Smith. He was on such a roll.
Right.
With movies, and he was like, Will Smith can't do wrong.
Right.
And then Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West was... Yeah. But everybody got him.
And I saw him, too. I saw it because it's like, oh, he can't. I was watching it. As a little kid, I was affected by marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So anything like... There was a movie called Encino Man. And they had Brendan Fraser, and then, do you know who Pauly Shore is?
Yeah.
The Weasel. Do you remember the Weasel, right? Yeah, the Weasel. It's sad to watch his interviews because all he talks about is his glory days. Because he used to get pussy galore, and then now if you watch him on interviews, he's like,
You're not talking about Mitzi Shore's kid, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
it's
then
sad
yes.
to watch
yeah,
him
I know
in an interview. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because he just talks about his golden days and
Yeah.
wishes he'd go back. It's that dude who peaked in high school. That's him.
Yeah.
During that time, and that's all he talks about. It's sad
Yeah.
to watch, but Encino Man. The marketing was like from the people who brought you Wayne's World, and I was like, I gotta see it.
Right.
There's a movie called Congo about these fake gorillas.
Uh-huh.
That was I think based on a Michael Crichton novel, and it was like from the people who brought you Jurassic Park. And as a kid, I'm like, I have to watch Congo because it's gonna be as good.
Right.
And I watched all these.
You?
Yeah, they would always get me. They would. Man, I was just watching. You've seen the video? There was a clip of Sean Connery where he talks about slapping women in the face. You've seen it, Chrissy, right? No, you gotta look it up.
I have seen it.
The link. Just
gotta give him a little slap.
Give him a little. He's with Diane. Is it Diane Sawyer? No, the other Diane Sawyer.
I don't know.
The one from The View. The Diane Sawyer from The View. She's older, and she's an older white lady. So then she's Barbara, not Streisand.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I just don't know her name.
But I forgot her name. Barbara something. Probably
Barbara Walters?
Yeah, Barbara Walters, right? Yeah. The other Diane Sawyer. So Barbara Walters, she asked him, she's like, she pulled up an older than you. In this article, you said, like, sometimes the best thing to do is, slap a woman across the face. He's like, so she thought she caught him in a corner. So what do you think about that? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. What do you want me to say, Barbara?
I mean,
you just read something that I already said. Do I agree with that? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 100%. But I brought him up because I was watching a movie. I don't know if you ever seen The Hunt for Red October.
No.
I tried to watch it. Yes, it was so confusing and convoluted. Like I used to want to be. What'd you want to be when I grew up? There was a point I had phases. I wanted to be a submariner. I wanted to be in a submarine.
I only ever wanted to be an entertainer.
Oh,
only ever. Like my entire life. That's all I've ever wanted to do.
Can you still do your Louis Armstrong impression, or that was just when
How
you
do
were
you know
6
that?
years old? You're on the internet. I could look you up before a podcast.
That just surprised the fuck out of me. All right, I felt like I was on a Nardwuar.
So when he was 6 years old, you was it a bank you went to and you did Louis Armstrong, and then you as a 6-year-old you turned down the teller, which is kind of weird.
No. I went into the bank. I just knew the song, and then I sung the song, and then all
did
the
you
bank
the
tellers.
cheeks? Louis had the cheeks.
I just did the voice.
No, or is that busy?
Just the. I don't want to do. It's gonna be bad. Give me a second to warm up.
Yeah. Do re mi fa sol la.
I see trees evergreen, red roses too. Like that. But I was like 6, and the bank tellers were hot, and they were laughing, and I was like, that's a good feeling. And then I just kept doing it. And then in elementary school, I would always get in trouble for talking and shit, but I was always smart. So my teacher was like, hey, how can I get you to shut the fuck up? And they tried to put me on medicine and give me Jolly Ranchers. None of that shit worked.
They gave you the drugs.
They tried.
I didn't get
and
it,
then
thankfully.
I had a teacher, Miss Smith, and she was like, if you shut the fuck up for the first 45 minutes of class and we let you tell jokes for the last 5, will that work? And then I would just get up and do songs or do jokes for the last 5 minutes of whatever class.
Did you know there was a job you can do as comedy? Because I didn't growing up. It was lawyer, doctor, or drunk. I don't know. That's all I kind of knew.
My sister was a genius. So I'm over here with these dreams of entertaining, and my sister was getting straight A's and letters from colleges before she even graduates. So I was just I don't know what I'm going to do. I just know that I'm funny, and I just want to do whatever that can help me do. Yeah, but I didn't know anything.
When's the first time? When did you do stand up for the first time?
The first time I actually did stand up. was it was a booked show. It was someone who I did an improv with. They booked a room at the Second City,
and they here in Ohio.
Yeah, this is here.
Okay.
I first did stand up here, and they go like, hey, I know you've been wanting to do stand up. Do you want to get at it? And I was like, for sure. And so it's a show. It's sold out in the cabaret, whatever, at the Second City. And I go up and I do my little 5 minutes, and it's fucking horrible watching it now. But
you have it?
I got a video. Yeah, it's on YouTube, hidden away. But yeah, the moments where I wanted there to be the big laughs came. Like, you know, the ones where like you're like, oh, this is gonna kill. Some of them didn't, but then the ones where I was really like, this is gonna hit, it did. And then I just had the bug immediately after that. And I was doing like produced shows before I even got into the scene. And I was such a dumbass. I would like do produced shows, and I was a student at the time. So I would book other students that I thought were funny, and we would sell out like these like 80-seater rooms. And it would like just like randomly throughout Chicago. And I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm doing good. I'm doing 10, 12 minutes. Why isn't Laugh Factory calling? And I'm just like, you fucking idiot. That's not how it works. Get in the scene, bust your ass, do the mics. So yeah, it was the whole process.
Yeah, if people don't know, it's like you gotta you work, and you get seen, and you get a reputation, you get booked. It's not like, how come this person's not booking me? You know what I mean? Like, and you got to think about, there's so many comics in Chicago.
So many.
Like, you forget if you are booking a show. I would say if you're a young comic,
right,
and then it's like you're not getting booked, you should produce a show so you can be on the other side, and you'll get this shit ain't easy. You know what I mean? And yeah, you could do that, do the favors, and you're like, like when I first produced my first show, I got it because there was all these comics that I liked, but I was like, man, this guy's not right for this room or this and that.
And if I do love you, you're gonna have to wait 3 months because of people that I got booked already, and it's only and so I am grateful that before I came into the scene, I did learn how to produce shows, because that's like the first thing that I started doing was running my own shit, and that's fun. And I have like good relations with some of the clubs that helped me do it. Well, some of them shut down too, but you know.
Who shut down?
The Crowd Theater. That's the main one. That one's right off Broadway by Windy City Gyro.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember Crowd.
That was a fun. I sold that one out right before the pandemic. That was like the last one that I did before the pandemic.
Who did IO have an owner that was like touching people? Was it IO or I always forget.
IO, the story with that, from what I've heard, is that she was like racist or something. I thought
it was a dude. I don't know. It's either racist or sexual. I forget. I mix them up.
There was something where they were like, "Hey, you need to apologize," and she was like, "No," and she just didn't. And she shut all of IO down, which is pretty fucking gangster, if you ask me. Be like, you hurt all of our feelings. Apologize. She was like, "Fuck no," and then she just shuts down the theater. Like, you work here? No. I own this. No.
If it's genuine, I apologize, but I don't apologize.
Yeah. And I from what I heard, she did say some fucked up shit. Mm-hmm. But yes, boo, bad. But her just being like, I'm not going to apologize, and then shutting down the venue, that's fucking awesome. That's pretty funny.
That's thug life. When did you get this nose ring that I just noticed on your?
When I was like 18, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, like when I was like 18.
Do you have any other piercings?
No, this is all I got.
Did you want any other piercings? I wanted my nipples pierced.
What the fuck is going on with you, dude? No.
Silence of the Lambs. You've seen that movie, right?
Yeah.
I saw it as a kid, and I think about it this way. All right, stand up, right? Stand up to me wasn't a thing you can do. To Jay Leno wasn't a thing you can do,
right?
Because like the 500, what is it? The 900. Tony Hawk did it, and until somebody does it, it doesn't believe. Once you know you can do it,
it's impossible.
Once I find out, once I found out it was a job, you can do it. I was like, holy shit! Like Jay Leno, where he grew up, I remember listening to him. It was like, you got to do this or do that. And he found out, you could actually be an entertainer and make money off of and I was like, oh, you can do that? Like, I was watching Silence of the Lambs, and I saw Buffalo Bill when he put his penis between his legs and crotched it. I don't know what that movie was called.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that scene. And
the fruit basket.
Yeah, the fruit basket. And then he has his nipples pierced. And I was like...
But why did that make you want to get your
Because I was like, that seems kind of cool. You know, because I couldn't... Oh, you know what I think about it? I couldn't get piercings as a kid. I couldn't wear baggy. My mom was like, I couldn't wear anything baggy. Anything what I consider look cool for me to get women. That's all not all I cared about.
Right.
But that's why I was doing it, to get, acceptance or get
Young
girls
men,
in junior high.
Yeah.
My mom's like, no. You're gonna be. That's what gangbangers do. You're gonna be in a gang, whatever.
Well,
so
gangbangers get pussy, mom. So
gangbangers get pussy.
Yeah.
I would have joined a gang. I didn't give a fuck, but I couldn't do these things. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, you can get your nipples pierced too, and it was like, I was like, I didn't know it was a thing you can do.
So it unlocked a possibility.
Yeah.
For you. Okay.
Like I would never get my nipples pierced now because you're gonna fight somebody, you just rip it off.
That's true.
Like, you want a Coors Light?
No, I'm all good. I like sweet shit.
This is the last one, so.
You're good. I'm
All right, cool.
got a little bit left in here.
So then, yeah, that's why.
But it's just, I just got this.
I wanted my tongue pierced at one point.
What the fuck? These are so strange.
I never did it. The only thing I got pierced is my ears for a chick.
Okay.
I was at, do you know Claire's?
I do know Claire.
There was a girl I had a thing for, and she worked at Claire's, and I went in there, and it reminded me of the South Park episode where I go in, and she's like, "Oh, let me pierce your ear. I work here. I need people to pierce." And I'm like, "Go ahead." There was a episode in South Park with Stan. He likes that girl. I don't know, his little Stan girlfriend.
Right.
And they're playing Truth or Dare, and they're like, they tell him, "Don't, whatever you do, don't say dare. Don't say dare." And she's like, "Truth or Dare?" And he's like, "Dare." He's just like, he's enamored, whatever. So I go in there, I'm like, "Oh, you want to pierce my ear? Like, pierce it." And then, but you don't do stupid things, right? For females, when you were younger, did you have a moment before?
I just
You're
really
tall, so you don't need to. I'm shorter.
I feel like I didn't have to. I'm sure that, dude.
How tall are you? 6'2"?
Yeah, I'll take that.
come on,
I'm like 6'1", 6'1" and a half.
Come on, dude.
It's just like
Yeah, it's a
game
changer.
I would do something to make a woman laugh more than I would go out the way to try to get some pussy. Like that's always been my thing. Like I would do whatever to keep the hype going, keep the rage going, keep the laugh going. But like when it just comes to just like fawning over, I'm just like, bro, no. Like my parents were never married. Nearly all my mom's siblings, all their love didn't work. Like I don't believe in this shit. So I'm not gonna chase after this shit. Doesn't work. You know what I mean?
It's not real. Oh, that don't make sense.
And so like if we fuck, we fuck. But I don't care. It's weird. And then like whenever I get my heart broken, I have like a time period, and I'm in it right now. I know I am, where I just like don't care about sex. Like I just have so much control over my sexual organ, and I'm just like calm. I don't beat off. I just work, just do comedy and shit, and it feels great.
I used to love getting dumped or breakups. I was so productive.
It feels great
for those weeks. Like I remember one time, like I was running every day.
Yep.
One time I remember afterwards, Jerry Seinfeld had a thing where I saw a thing, he would write every day, and he'd put it on his calendar.
Right.
Even if it's 20 minutes, he would go write every day,
Yep.
and he'd mark it off on his calendar. And I was on a fucking roll. I wrote every single day. I was like, I was past 30 days.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and it all started after like some type of breakup thing or something like that.
Always
like,
does.
Dropped. And then I was at the fucking Laugh Factory at the Christmas party, and I was on a roll, and I was about to go. And the only reason I was going in was just to go in, maybe network a little bit, and then I can go home. And then I was on the phone with my friend. I hung up. I was like, all right, I'm just going to have like a drink or two max, whatever. And I think I was on my 2 max drink at the time.
Right.
And then I got to go home and write a little bit because I got to keep the streak going. I went in, and there was some girl, and she was like, woo, 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 blah, blah, blah. I don't have a gag reflex. And then...
Oh, well, you can't pass.
And then I was like, no. And then all I know, I remember I got home at 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning that day. There was a receipt from McDonald's in Highland Park because I don't live in the city. I live in the suburbs. So I'm 45 minutes, 50 minutes this way. And I remember the next day I see the McDonald's receipt. I left the Laugh Factory. I don't know what time.
Right.
Broke my streak, drank. I ended up not even like being the girl. Nothing really like happened besides whatever.
Right.
Because she ended up with some other guy. Because I think I ran her drugs and she still had drugs allegedly. Right. And I was like... Fuck, dude.
Damn. No matter what, I get my writing in. I get my writing in, no matter what. I don't like to be sidetracked. And then I got like I have like hood cousins, and they always go like,
They come to your shows?
Nah. No. But they live different places.
Yeah.
They go like, you'll never, you lose money chasing a bitch, you'll never lose a bitch chasing money.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm poor.
That's like a Future lyric.
Shut the fuck
up. What is it?
I'm not.
What's that?
Chase a check, never chase a bitch.
Yes.
So I guess it's a future. Yeah, but like it's like I just take that. Like comedy isn't a lot of money, but it's like it's the job, and you get money from it. And so I'm just like I'm never gonna lose anybody. I've never lost out on pussy working hard at comedy.
Yeah, that's true.
And so like I just would rather do that than. It's not gonna work. That's just my thing.
Yeah, I tell incels, or there's one incel that is friends on Facebook with me who posts a lot of weird shit about his dad and himself and why he's like, I don't know if you're friends with this guy. He's like, why do women think guys are creeps or why do dads hate their kids? Let me see if he has any current posts.
Incels just have to get hot.
Is that a new thing?
There's always been incels. Always. They've just been called dweebs and shit.
Why do dads ignore their kids during dinner? Why do dads never apologize for their actions? Dads are the worst and don't know how to parent or take care of their kids.
Oh, Jesus.
Why do dads refuse to pay for college? Where are the women ones?
Is this someone that I should know?
I don't know. I think he might have done. Why are women nicer to men when they are drunk? Why did dad?
Because men are scarier when they're drunk.
Why? Let me heart this. Let me laugh at. No, let's not. Why do dads hit their kids with tools?
That's how you make a man.
2 days ago, we're the women's one.
My dad apologized for whooping me the other day. That was such a strange
My mom
thing.
denies it. What he did? What did he say?
He was like, I'm just sorry I did. I'm like, you don't have to apologize for whooping. Like, I'm not one of those people. Like, you whoop me. Like, my mom said hurtful shit to me. She needs to apologize. That shit
Has
stuck
she
with
apologized?
me longer. She denies a lot of it.
My mom denies the physical abuse. Not.
Okay.
I didn't have emotional abuse, Mom. I had physical.
Most of my life is emotional abuse.
What she call you?
Most
she give
of my
you names
life.
or
Her, all of her. Like, I have been emotionally abused the majority of my life.
What'd they say to you?
Just whatever you can. Horrible shit. Horrible. I remember like when the whole thing at school happened, my mom was like, maybe you do need to be put on drugs. Maybe you are like a yada, yada, yada. If your sister's doing this, and why can't you do this? And then my family would be like, shut up. Everything's not I was singing a song. I was singing happy birthday to my sister because I told her that I wrote her a special happy birthday. And then her whole family, because I don't know them niggas, they all were like, hey, be quiet. This is not about you. You always want to make everything about you. Matter of fact, leave. We're celebrating your sister, yada, yada, yada. My mom called me a whore in Costco. Because it was the middle of summer. And granted, this was dumb. I had a hickey, and I was like wearing a hoodie to cover it. And she was like,
young.
yeah. And she's like, that's why you're wearing a hoodie in fucking August, you whore. And we're just in Costco. And my mom was like, oh, I can't drink after you. I don't know what diseases you have. Oh, yeah, they said all types of shit to me, dude. Oh, my God. You're just like your father. You're going to end up in jail like your father. Dude, the list goes fucking on.
Why'd your dad go to jail?
He didn't. His friend did.
Oh.
My dad didn't even go to jail. They just say shit to me. My ex, most of my exes, okay, that's not true. I have like 3 real exes that cheated on me with my best friends. Like the whole thing, all the emotional shit that can happen, I endured. Like,
Why did they cheat on you with your best friends? Is it the friend or is it them? Or is it you go with the type of women that are cheat with the best friend, or the best friend is like?
I will say there were 2 women that I went for that were definitely the type of women to do that.
Yeah, train writers.
And then one, I don't know. She still confuses me. I haven't figured it out. But because she
could have been the friend on that one, because it's like I'll sleep with somebody that my friend slept with if he's okay with it, but
I never blame the friend more than I blame the partner.
Yeah,
like you're my partner. Like yeah, that's like my dog, but you're supposed to be, especially because
he's just putting his penis in something. Like
right.
I fucked couches before.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, so have I. Yeah. I'm not like cool with any of them anymore. But the one girl, she ended up having a baby and then hitting me up talking about how she
loves you.
Regrets. Yeah, regrets some things. And I'm just like, oh, I believe you, dude. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to do. I knew the guy that she didn't even get with my best friend. She didn't even get with the guy that she cheated on me with. Life is so weird, dude. So I just don't care. That's it. It's just, what is there to care about? Why pursue pain? If it comes, let it come. I'm just not a chaser. That's my thing.
Yeah, I think I'm like less of a chaser.
Right.
You know what I mean? I still like, I'm a little bit of an emotional roller coaster because of like growing up. Growing up, things were normal to me that I guess aren't normal. Like I wasn't hugged ever, and I didn't even think about it until maybe like a year ago.
Mexicans don't hug.
No, I was never hugged. Puerto Ricans hug and they're like more loving, but never didn't hug. The L word. My parents never said it to me. I never said it. I said it to my mom one time.
Your mom didn't either? Mexican moms are nice.
Super.
Though.
She's been nice, but never. We never hugged and never said that word.
The dad, I believe it. But
we're all nice to each other. We're like talkative. Well, we enjoy. Like it was funny. I was at my stepson's football game, and my mom went over there with my aunt. Mm-hmm. And my aunt, she's my aunt. So when she was leaving, she gave me a big hug. She was like, "Oh, she's from Denver." She's like, "Oh, give me a hug." And my mom was standing next to her. She was leaving with my aunt. Mm-hmm. So I gave my mom a hug because it'd be weird if my aunt hugs me and I don't hug my mom.
Right.
But if she wasn't there, me and my mom ain't hugging. We don't hug. We're like, bye, whatever.
All your life.
We're talking to this day.
Yeah.
To this, and you're like my niece and I have a sister that I kind of help raise. So I have 2 sisters. One of them is 16. One of them is 30. The one Evelyn Diaz episode, something. She's on my podcast a few times. So the other one, they kind of grew up a little bit like me, where I'm kind of cold sometimes without realizing. But then I break. I have emotions. Like I'll cry. Like I cried at Brother Bear, any movie really.
This doesn't even sound like you mean it. You're like, yeah, I break, I cry.
Yeah.
Brother Bear and shit.
all the fucking-
I ain't fucking.
I would. Like I had a friend who said like something horrible happened to them, right?
Right.
And then in the moment, let's say they were drugged,
Right.
And in the moment they
Were they
kinda-
drugged?
I think so. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then in the moment, I was like, they were telling me the story, and I was like, and it was maybe by somebody close to them,
Right.
and I was like, and I'm the type of person who would just be like, "Did you drug me?" Like,
Right,
and I
right.
would just say it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think it's important to. You ever see the girl with the dragon tattoo?
No, my mother loved it though.
Oh, so you're never gonna watch it?
Yeah.
Is it
Me and my mom, we're good now. Me and my mom are
I know
good
you're
now.
good,
We're
but look,
now.
I hate the Dave Matthews Bands with a fucking passion because I worked at a toy store when I was in college or before college, around
They
that
dumped their
before
septic tank
college.
on it.
There was what?
They dumped their septic tank on it.
Oh, that's funny. It was fucking fuck them. But you guys know the story. There was Chicago River, and then they dumped.
Sure
and then
do.
people got dookie on their face.
Sure do.
But there was this girl at this toy store I worked with, and then she was like, "What kind of music do you like?" And then I was like, "I don't know. I like Slayer. I like Slayer at the time. I had my little
Okay.
metal phase." And she's like, "You should listen to Dave Matthews Band." She's like, "I'm in college, and everybody in college listens to Dave Matthews." And I remember when she said that to me, I was like, "I will never
Listen to Dave.
listen to
Matthews.
fucking Dave."
Yeah.
And to this day, I don't listen. I hate
I
that.
don't
I don't.
either.
And I never. But that's mine because it's like it became the thing.
Right.
And I don't know if the movie we just talked about your mom not seeing. Which,
No, it's not that.
What movie was it? What movie was it?
Dragon tattoo.
Oh, Dragon. I was like
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
No.
So there's a scene in it where this guy's in the basement. He's about to get killed by
Uh-huh.
the bad guy in the movie. But the reason he's in there is because he had a bad feeling about like the guy. He was like, "Man, I have a bad feeling," but he didn't want to be rude, and just to not hurt somebody's feelings, he like went back in the house. And now and the guy, he's like, "You know what? Like you should have trusted your instinct. Like I'm the bad guy, and now you're down here in this basement. You're gonna die, but you had that moment.
Oh, you could have left. And
You could have
didn't.
left,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean? And I was thinking about it because my friend had. I was like, did I get drugged? And
Right.
But I was like, I can't. This person wouldn't drug. And then it was like, but I'm the type in that moment. They didn't say anything, but I'm the type would be like, did you drug me? Like
Right.
I have any problem saying that? You know,
Just ask
I'm
it,
just
yeah.
that's me, and it's like because people either think like I'm joking or I'm not. But at the same time, it's like I'll say it.
Right.
You know what I mean, like I don't care, but no.
Yeah, bring the shit out. Ain't no point sense in hiding it. No, I feel that. Yeah.
Ass eating, is that something you're into or not, or
Where did you hear that?
getting your ass eating? I'm asking you. Cause do you like it? Okay, ass eating and getting your ass eaten out. I like getting my ass eaten out. Oh wait,
There's so much controversy around this. So I
what's
assume
the big deal?
you've heard a joke about it, or are you just asking?
No, like okay, so you know Claire Sunby?
I do.
So she came on the podcast, and then somebody told her like before you go on the Lobo Den, all you got to know is he's gonna ask you about ass eating. I don't always do it, but it's come up many times on the podcast.
But just say,
But
for
I
the
know you
record
do
of
have
this
you do have a
podcast,
bit.
Just say that this was your idea to bring it up, and that
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with it.
If there's previous listeners know, like, oh, he's talking about ass eating, strippers, hookers, drugs,
Okay.
cocaine, common topics on the podcast.
I have gotten my ass eaten a couple times.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
Are you a fan or not a fan?
No, I just like to do it that way. They can never say that they've never done it.
So I do like that aspect of it because I remember one time somebody waved my ass. I was on the phone with him. My friend heard me.
Uh-huh.
I was like, you kind of hold something over him because I was like, don't ever. I was like, I was drunk and I was mad. I was
Right,
like, you
right.
ate my ass. Don't forget that.
Uh-huh.
I brought it up.
Uh-huh.
No pun intended, threw it in their face.
Piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they might have had some in their mouth, but no, I do enjoy it. The first time it was not. That shit like scared. Not
I
scared.
don't
me.
enjoy it. It's just a thing of just like, yeah, you did that. And I'm not going to like run around and tell I mean, well, I am because I do it on podcasts. But like, I'm not going to say your name or anything.
Yeah.
I've never said anyone's name of who's done it. But I just go like, yeah, you just know. It's like whenever you're playing Never Have I Ever, you better put that fucking finger down because you have.
Ate my ass.
You definitely have. More than once. Yeah.
You eat ass.
No.
You've never have?
Never in my life.
Are you
even
like
done
not a
anal.
germaphobe, but
I kind of am a germaphobe.
A little bit. Oh, that's
like,
a big part of it, I'm guessing.
I'll have fun when I fuck, but like some shit is just
So no period sex, obviously.
I have.
Oh, okay.
I have. Yeah, I've had a lot of period sex. This I'm not gonna. Yeah.
You can, but so no anal, no ass eating, but okay with the period sex.
Yeah, cause that's my dick, and like I'll put a condom on or whatever if we're doing it during period sex, but like I'm not putting my mouth on your asshole.
Oh, so you never gone down a girl on her period? Maybe. You just stayed in the top, and she was only spotting.
That's literally kind of what happened. Yeah, I remember she was. So we took a shower, Because I told her that I would.
Oh, you showered. Okay.
Yeah, so we take a shower together. She puts the tampon in, and then, I just stay at the top, lick the clit, get the job done, and then it's done. Yeah, that has occurred. I don't think I've ever admitted that to, I don't think, anybody. So there you go. You're probably the first person that I've ever admitted that to.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
So I remember one time, this actually grossed me out, and I didn't have sex with this girl.
Right.
I was in maybe Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, very far north of Wisconsin, and I was at this house, and there was a lot of, it was almost like a time capsule. It was like this house was trapped in time. There was a lot of things about spam all over the wall.
Spam the meat or spam mail?
Spam the meat.
Okay.
Oh, because the grandfather was he used to race for Spam racing team. It was sponsored by Spam, and everything in the house was expired. It was everything was bacon wrapped. And I remember this girl she got so drunk. And I remember she was like wasted. And then I was like trying to have sex. We were both drunk, and I was trying to have sex, and I was like, "Hey, it's not working. Like I can't." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I have the tampon in, and I forgot to take it. Let me just take it off." And she like grabbed it and tried to take it off. She's like, "Go ahead." And I was like, "Oh no, you're drunk." And I'm like, "No, I'm good." And it was like, I usually don't get grossed out, but I remember that moment when she was just like, and this is the same girl that one time I remember I was in mid conversation smoking a cigarette. Mid conversation, drops the squat and starts peeing, and as she's still smoking and talking, he drops a cigarette near the puddle, picks it up, and keeps smoking. And I was like, man, this ain't for me, man.
No, goodbye. I couldn't do. I have watched my like people that I've been with. I have watched. I've wanted to see them take the tampon out, just because I'm just curious. I remember the first time I did it was pure curiosity. I'm just like, well, yeah, I just want to see. And they're like, oh,
I didn't know how tampons worked.
I've put a tampon in and pulled a tampon out. I've also helped. It's weird, but it's just like, I don't know. It's part of their life. I don't know. It's not like a sexual thing. It's just like, let me do this. I also did the cream
I feel
thing.
Like crying, but go ahead.
I did it good. I did the cream thing for when they get a yeast infection.
Yeah.
I've done that for, I think, 2 women.
Oh, I put hemorrhoid on Jessica's. She gets what is it? Hemorrhoids? Yeah, the hemorrhoid. I've done that.
That's basically the same as a tampon thing.
Yeah, but it's just a cream. I've never put a tampon in her. I mean, I put a bunch of other stuff in her.
I have. It was fun.
Do you have any plugs or last words?
That's funny. We're talking about
plugs.
Do I have any plugs? Yeah, anal beads. Yeah. So I don't know. My Instagram is KI_almighty.
Wait, what was it? I talked over it.
My Instagram is KI_almighty. That's where I post everything, shows and all that shit. I'll be around.
MLK glasses?
I don't know. Do they look like them?
Are those MLK glasses that I just noticed? No? Is that the same glasses MLK had? Damn it! Malcolm X, fucking idiot. He
Okay, I was thinking Malcolm X.
I was watching X-Files and MLK was in it. All right.
These are Malcolm X-S.
Malcolm X glasses.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Continue.
No, you're good.
There are more plugs?
Just follow me on Instagram. I run it. We're at the Lincoln Lodge right now. I run a show here, 2nd and 4th Saturdays at 9:30. I don't know. I have fun. Give me a kiss or something. Give me a hug and tell me I'm important. Yeah. That's it.
And then follow Lobo Den Podcast on Instagram. I have a TikTok. I delete it. I upload videos and I re-delete it, but I do have it. I never look at it, but I upload stuff on it. Follow the Patreon, $3 a month. There was one episode that you guys missed out. Luca just took it off. It's completely off. You can't have it. So
Luca Farrow?
Yeah. He never wanted me to release it, and he was like, and I was like, all right. So I was like, finally, I just took it off of everything.
How bad was it?
It was not. Okay. I don't know if he's neurotic or what the deal is.
Okay.
Because I saw he has a new podcast out, so I messaged him and said, hey, can I finally release it? He was like, actually, and I was like, all right, we're going to have to work.
What was he nervous about? What was on it?
There was gun talk that I talked. We watched a Dirty Harry clip and like you can own guns when it's legal. And then, I don't know, at the time and then maybe I talked about Asians, but I did. Like he didn't do it. It was me.
Oh yeah, boo Asians. Yeah, we can all agree on that. He was nervous about that.
He was nervous. And it's funny, at the end of the episode, we pull up his first clip. We pull up his social media, and then the first clip is an Asian joke. And I was like, "You talk about Asians too, but in a nice way." It's like, I don't know. I think it was just maybe a little bit neurosis on his side.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Everything I say here is a lie. I'm a virgin. Never got my ass.
Yeah, it's all allegedly. It's all character info. So yeah, follow Patreon, Instagram, like the thing with the tube on Instagram. Is there anything else? Period sex. I don't know. All right, Lobo Den.
Lobo Den.